Folks, welcome to another Grandpa Sports Videos Game of the Week. And this week we are at Staley High School. We've got the Staley Falcons taking on the Liberty Blue Jays, and Liberty has won the toss. So Staley will be kicking off, and it is game time, and we are underway. He's going to get that on about the 11-yard line, going to try to head over toward the sideline. And it looks like Staley's going to meet him with a bunch of folks over there.
Returned by number 10, Caden Dennis.
Staley coming into the game is 6-2, coached by Phil Light. And the Liberty Blue Jays, they come in at 4-4, and their head coach is Chad Freegon. So just a little difference, 2 wins between the two teams, so we'll have to see how it plays out here tonight. Of course, Staley coming off of a big win last week over Park Hill. Liberty be starting here at their own 33. Handoff, and he's going to be met behind the line and tackled.
Ball carried by number 20, Hendrick Williams III.
And the ball carrier on that was Wendrick Williams. Williams is a 185-pound running back, a senior for Liberty. So it's going to be, looks like 2nd and 11. Probably a benchmark for Staley, always has been their defense, how tough they are. And last week against Park Hill, of course, it was pretty strong as they did not give up too many points. And it's a snap, and not going to blow it dead as it hit the ground, and the quarterback picked it up like, what's going on? The referees didn't blow the whistle. Staley tackled him. That's going to be a loss there of about 10 yards, it looks like. So now it's going to be 3rd and a long ways. Maybe 16, 17 yards. So Liberty not exactly starting off the way they wanted to, I am sure.
It's 3rd down and 16 for the Blue Jays.
Liberty quarterback getting a play from the sideline, looks at his wristband, going to take the snap, got a running back off to the side. He's going to drop back, long pass, but there's nobody there, or not close to it anyway. Intended receiver on that was number 10, and that was Caden Dennis, the intended receiver, but he overthrew him by at least 10 yards, I'd say. So Liberty will be in punt formation. Graves on about the, I'd say, 38-yard line to receive this punt from Liberty. Pretty line drive kick, going to bounce at about the 42, and Graves lets it go, and it'll roll down to about the 34, I think, 33 and a half, something like that. Staley will take over.
The Falcons will start from their own 33-yard line. Hey, folks, stop by the concession stand. Papa John's Pizza's in the house, and they take credit cards with a $5 minimum. If you stop by at the home stand, give a shout out to the cheer parents, the visitor stand, say hello to the orchestra parents.
Liberty, the oldest, well, not the oldest, but the older high school in Liberty. Of course, being outdone this year by Liberty North, who they are 8-0 so far on the season. Snap back to the quarterback, and man, he's going to break 2 or 3 tackles, and he's going to pick up about 12 yards.
The quarterback keeper tripped up by number 9, Pharrell Simpson, and that is good for a Falcon first down.
Staley with 3 wideouts out to this side. Quarterback rolls out, and he's going to hit number 2 out here behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards, I'd say. Trevor Dusenberry on the catch. And yep, yeah, they're going to give him about 4.5, it looks like.
Gain of 4 on the play. It's 2nd down and 6.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 6. Handoff. Tries to make a run here around the right end. Javon Marshall with the carry. And he's only going to get maybe a yard and a half.
Book on the tackle.
Go Liberty.
Book on the tackle for Liberty.
Right on.
3rd down and 4 for Staley, so they've still got a little bit to go here before they'll get a new set of downs. Let's see what they do. Quarterback's going to keep it, and that's going to be close. He gets tackled right at the 1st down marker. We'll see how they spot it. That's always how it comes out. No, it's short.
It's 4th down and 1.
I presume this is the punting unit. Yes, it is. As Dawson Parks will be punting. Kick. Oh, nice high spiraling kick. Calling for a fair catch, and he's going to catch it right on the 15-yard line. And I believe that was
by Ryan
Olivas. He's a 6'2", 170-pound wide receiver, a junior. Liberty with 2 receivers split out to the right. Back and back. Another low snap again, but this time quarterback picks it up and hands it off to the running back. And he's going to be hit on the other side.
Williams, the 3rd. He was tackled by David Lewis.
David Lewis on the tackle for Staley. I think that was Olivas on the carry. Once again, Olivas, 6'1", 170, a junior. Two men split out to the left. Halfback off to the side of the quarterback. I'm going to hand it off again. Man, he's going to be stopped cold. Maybe even short of the down marker. See if they move it. Looks like they're going to leave it at the same place.
Brought down by Braden Robertson. It's 3rd down and 11.
So once again, Liberty faced here with a fairly long yardage 3rd down. We'll see what they come up with. Receivers out wide to the left. And they're going to pass out to one of them as he's cutting across there. But he could not make the catch.
Pass intended for Blake Fordyce.
Blake Ordis, the intended receiver.
Correction, Fordyce. Correction. Coverage by Kane Sutko.
So once again, Liberty 3 and out. Kicker back in their own end zone to punt this out. We'll see what he had a pretty low line drive kick last time. And it hits right at the 50 and is going to take a 5.5 yard bounce. And it'll be Staley's ball on the 45. Make that the 39, their own 39-yard line.
Falcons will start from their own 44-yard line.
So really from the place that kicker kicked at, he was in the end zone. 51-yard kick.
And the band, the brigade.
6:56 to play here in the first quarter, and just kind of back and forth so far. Neither team with any big plays. I think last time I come to watch Staley play, it was pretty much the same situation until Staley broke off a intercepted. No, he dropped it. Almost intercepted. Boy, he's holding his helmet thinking, what did I do? I had that rascal in my hands. That was number 38. That was Drake Smith, and he's a 5'11", 175 junior. Staley up to the ball pretty quick. That's pretty much what they did last time. I think when they played Truman, it was real up-tempo. Quarterback wants to throw it. but there's a pretty good sized gap there, so he just takes off and runs, and he'll pick up about 9 yards on that carry. Of course, that's Staley quarterback.
3rd down and 2 for the Falcons.
Dawson Parks, and he's a senior, 6 foot, 196. So he could be a handful to bring down. And we must have had some motion in the line. Because there's one of the line judges there, I believe. Yeah. Illegal motion.
Start against the Falcons. 5-yard penalty. We play 3rd down.
So now it looks like it's going to be 3rd down and about 7. I think Staley has got 1 first down, Liberty none. Out in the flat, the running back, number 1. And he's going down the sideline, but he's going to get run out of bounds. Ramon Shelton with the carry as the quarterback threw it out in the flat. Boy, he headed right for the sideline, and that's going to be a gain. Do we have a flag? I don't seem to be moving anything just yet.
There's a flag on the play.
And it looks like Staley's walking back, so it must be against Staley. And the flag is down at about the 41-yard line on the far side. And it must be a 10-yard penalty, probably.
Holding against the Falcons.
I'm going to say either illegal block or holding.
3rd down and 10.
And it is holding against Staley. So that moves them back, man. They're just about even with the down marker on the other side, so it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 10. 6:05 still to play. And a pass, and it goes through the receiver's hands. I mean,
it's intended for
Lamont Sheldon, the intended receiver, but it hit him in the hands, but he just couldn't hold on. So, Staley punts.
Ryan leads us back deep for Liberty.
He's going to be kicking from his own 30-yard line. Nice spiral again, not quite the height that the other one has. Great bounce. And it's going to go on into the end zone. So it will come out to the 20 for Liberty to play. We'll take a little break here, folks. We'll be back as soon as play resumes. Well, I don't know how I missed that. I thought it went in the end zone, but it's going to be Liberty ball at their 3-yard line. Back to throw out of his end zone, and he finds the receiver out wide here. But he slips just as soon as he catches that.
Pass complete to Michael Book.
Michael Book on the reception.
Gain is 6 on the play. It's 2nd down and 4.
Plenty of time here. We got 5:25 to play here in the first quarter. So far, just a seesaw battle back and forth. Both defenses pretty much handling the other team's offense pretty good. Liberty with 3 men out wide to the right and 1 out to the left. Quarterback drops back, just about gets sacked back there, and now it looks like he may run for the first down, which he does.
Jackson Corp brought down by Hayden Gregg.
Runs about 25 yards there to pick up 3.
And that's good for Liberty first down.
I think that's Liberty's first down, so maybe they're going to put something together here. Handoff into the line. There's a flag on the play, and man, he has stood up as soon as he gets to the line of scrimmage.
Hendrick Williams, the 3rd ball carrier. There is a flag on the play. shift against Liberty.
Illegal shift against Liberty, so they'll be penalized on that. Looks like they're going to be a second now and about 11. And I'll back camera up here a little, and you can see they've got 3 men out wide here. Know if they're going to try and do a pick. Quarterback's got a huge hole. Is he going to run? No, he's going to pass. And it's right through the receiver's hand. I think he had already taken a step before he actually had control of the ball, and I think that's what cost him.
There's a flag on the field.
And we have another flag. Liberty had everybody out wide that time. Quarterback was in the backfield all by himself.
An eligible man downfield penalty is declined. It's third down.
Staley declines the penalty, so that's going to make it 3rd and 11. So after that first down they picked up a while ago, Liberty now stumbling a little bit. Once again, 2 out wide to the right. And one guy ran off the field. Quarterback's back looking to pass. And he must have thrown that away because there wasn't anybody within 15 or 20 yards of where he threw that. We're down to 4:15 to play here in the first quarter.
Noah Grace back deep for the Falcons.
I think this will be Liberty's 4th punt. He looks like he's right on the goal line again. Kicks away. And Gray, I think it was, is going to pick that up.
Fair catch by Noah Grace.
Grace, sorry. Koa Grace, senior, 5'8", 162 pounds.
The Falcons will start from the 46-yard line of Liberty.
Man in motion over this way, and they hand it off over to the other direction.
Ball carried by number 6.
David Lewis, he's a 6'1" junior, 172 pounds. Gain of about 2.5. Pass out in the flat. Got a couple blockers out front, and we've got a flag.
Complete to number 25, Koa Grace. There's a flag on the play.
Grace with the reception.
He was brought down by Nate Berry.
But a flag on the play. He had 2 blockers out front, so I don't know if we've got a block in the back or what we've got. Pass interference. No, it's against Staley. Mm-hmm. 10 yards, whatever it is.
Holding against Staley.
It was holding against Staley, so they're going to be back just about where they started. Going to be 2nd and 10 with the ball on the 41-yard line. And handoff goes to number 1. Ramon Shelton. He's a senior, 5'11", 163 pounds. And they're going to say he picked up, it looks like, 3 yards. Simpson on the tackle for Liberty. Staley with 2 men out wide, one of them in motion, and he's going to get the ball. And that's number 1 again. That's Ramon.
Ball carried by Ramon
Shelton. And looks like it's going to be 4th down for Staley as the kicking team comes on the field now.
Falcons in punt formation.
Liberty with the punt, and looks like it was against Liberty, so that's going to be a 1st down for Staley, as it was only about 4th down and 3 yards.
Calls offsides against Liberty.
Call offsides.
Falcons.
Offsides against Liberty, so it'll be Staley with 1st down, and now the ball up on about the 34-yard line, pretty close. Will they be able to put something together here? I'm not sure this is their deepest penetration into Liberty territory, but handoff. They're again going to be met by several Liberty players.
Malin Mitchell, the ball carrier.
Mitchell, the ball carrier.
Nate Berry on the tackle.
It's Mylan Mitchell. He's a senior, 5'9", 203.
Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
Staley with 2 out wide to the left and the 1 that was out wide to the right. Then motion. Handoff again.
Malin Mitchell, the ball carrier.
Mitchell, the ball carrier again.
Matt Henning on the tackle.
Henning on the tackle for Liberty.
3rd down and 1.
See whether Staley can pick this up. Handoff into the line again. I think he's got it.
Ball carried by Malin Mitchell.
Mitchell again. Mitchell, a good-sized boy.
Jalen Weston and Jack Horn on the tackle.
6'9", 5'9", 203 is Mitchell. They say no, he did not make it, but Staley's going to go for it. And a lot of coaches, signals from the coaches, and finally it just says go on. 6, 5, 4. They're going to call a timeout or take a penalty.
Hey, let's move those chains. 1st down.
Yeah, it was a 1st down. I thought it was pretty close, but I'm not on the field. I can't see that thing. Quarterback keeps it, and
Dawson Parks, the ball carrier.
Parks, the carrier, quarterback, and he's going to make probably about 5 yards.
Brought down by Michael Book, gain of 5 on the play, 2nd down and 5.
Ball down on the 19 now. Can Staley work this thing on down the field? As old Stram used to say, articulate. Quarterback, and man, he's met at the line of scrimmage, and I'd say no gain on that play whatsoever.
Ball carried by Dawson Parks.
Parks with the carry, but man, he was stood up, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And the score here is 0-0, and we'll be back after timeout. Oh, we're going to resume play here. 2nd quarter just starting. Staley with 2 receivers out wide to the left. Quarterback's going to keep it and run. He's
by Dawson Parks.
going to get about
Brought down by
5, I'd say. So it's going to be 4th and about 2 or 1.5.
It's 4th down and 1.
Well, will Staley be able to keep this drive alive? We've got a receiver out wide here, and there isn't a soul out here to cover him, but the guy from Liberty comes out, picks him up. And they're going to give it to the running back, and boy, this is going to be close.
Ball carried by Mylan Mitchell.
Mitchell on the carry, but boy, I'm going to tell you what, that depends upon where they spot this thing. I think it's short. And Staley's not going to get it as Liberty puts up a strong defense.
Turnover on down.
And stops them right there. Looks like on about the 14-yard line, I'd say. So Liberty takes over on downs on about the own 9.5, almost 10. And another handoff, and once again he's going to be stopped right at the line. Man, the defense is
Williams the third, the ball carrier.
Williams the carry on that, and he's going to be brought down right close to or at the line of scrimmage.
Coons on the tackle.
And that is Coons on the tackle for Staley.
No gain. It's 2nd down and 10.
So it's still going to be 2nd down and 10. Changed ends of the field. I don't think I even had the camera down here on this side. And there's a quick pass.
Pass intended for Javion Bryars. It's 3rd down and 10.
Evidently that wasn't, he did not catch that because they're coming back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd down and 10 now. Liberty with one back in the backfield. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left. Back to pass. He's going to throw. And that is just about intercepted. And just about with the reception was Kendrick Stone, and that's a junior, 6'2", 175 pounds.
Koa Grace back deep for Staley.
Stone holding his helmet like, what happened? I don't get it. I thought I had it. Koa Grace back on the 50-yard line to receive this punt. Liberty kicker will be kicking out of the end zone. And it's I forget what they call that. He takes off running and kicks it at the last minute. And not a bad punt, as it will roll down to about the 48-yard line. I'm sorry, 44-yard line, 43.
43-yard line.
Got a nice bounce out of it. And we'll be back as soon as they resume play. We're ready to begin. Staley with the ball on her own 43. Handoff.
Mylan Mitchell, the ball carrier.
Mitchell, the carrier for Staley. He's going to get maybe 2.5.
Isaiah Hall on the tackle.
That was Isaiah Hall on the tackle for Liberty. This kind of looks like it's going to play out about like the Staley Truman game did. They were just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Quarterback way back, and it's a screen pass out here into the flat. To a halfback. That was Mitchell with a reception. And that had to have been a 35-yard catch and run.
1st and 10 Falcons from the 19-yard line of Liberty.
So now Staley down on the 19-yard line of the Liberty Blue Jays, threatening. And we got a whistle, and I think it's going to be a timeout for Liberty, the way it looks. So, folks, we'll be back right after this timeout. 9:35 yet here in the second quarter. 0-0. We'll be back. Staley with a first down. Looks like on about the 19. Handoff again. And I think he'll probably pick up about Mitchell probably about 4 yards on that. So it's going to be 2nd and 6.
Drake Smith and Michael Book on the tackle. Gain of 4. It's 2nd down and 6. Correction, gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
Staley up to the line pretty quick. Liberty still adjusting their defense. 2 men out wide, but man, they're going to hand it off right up the middle. They seem to be really wanting to make this running game work. That's Mitchell with the carry, and he'll pick up probably another 2.
Brought down by number 45. 3rd down and 4.
Be 3rd down and 4. Ball's on about the 13-yard line. The quarterback going to keep it, and he will get the first down.
By number 12,
Parks with the first down right up the gut. He rode that halfback for quite a while, had that ball in his gut, and then at the last minute pulled it out when he saw that the linebackers were going to follow the halfback, so he pulled that ball out of there and then went right up the middle. 2 men out wide. And it's going to be a Staley touchdown. Devon Mitchell with the carry, and Staley will be the first one to get on the board here with 8:06 to play at Staley High School at the North Kansas City Activities Center, if I remember right. So the Staley kicker is in to try for the extra point. And it is good.
Extra point by number 17, Brandon Walker. It is good.
Brandon Walker, he's a senior, 5'9", 163. Kicks that extra point, and Staley is going to take the lead. Folks, we'll be back with the kickoff here in just a second. Staley jumps out front here now, 7-0. 8:06 to play. Dunn and Olivas back for Liberty. Staley going to kick it off, and it's going to be caught on about the 7-yard line. And one miss, and a couple of misses, and gets up the sideline. And a little pushing and shoving going there. As a pretty good hit there by a Staley player right at the edge of the field. But the Liberty player was bouncing down the sideline, so I don't think they call a penalty on that. But it's going to be Liberty ball here, and they will have it on the
Liberty will start from their own
32-yard line. Liberty with 2 wideouts to the left. Guy split out to the right. Quarterback with 1 back in the infield. Receiver in motion, and they're looking for a pass. And he's going to get it to number 3. And that's going to that's Javion Byers with the reception. And that's about a 25 or 30 yards.
That's good for a Liberty first down.
And Liberty lining up real quick, I think, trying to catch Staley off guard. Hand off into the line. And he's going to be tackled right there and met at the line.
Williams III, the ball carrier. Hayden Gregg and Nick Wright were there to meet him. Loss of 1 on the play. It's 2nd down and 11.
I think that was Wentrick Williams, 5'11", senior, 185. didn't pay too good. They were trying to catch Staley off guard and not really set up on their defense. And looks like some miscommunication there between the quarterback and the sideline. We're going to have a timeout. Folks, we'll be back here in just a little bit. The offensive line was all lined up. And the Staley defense was wondering what's going on. We'll be back, folks. Okay, 7:03 to play, second quarter, 7-0 Staley. Ball on the 44-yard line for Liberty. Fake a handoff, just about gets caught again. And he will get tackled this time out in the flat on the other side.
Eventually brought down by number 18, senior Kate Coons.
Coons with the tackle there as the quarterback for the Blue Jays. Korth, he is 6'5", 225, big boy. Evaded two tacklers and got out into the flat on the other side, but one of the Staley safeties or linebackers came up and nailing. There's a pass. And that was I'm going to call that a forced turnover, as the Staley player had a hold of his shirt and was trying to pull him down. And I think the ball got jarred loose. And Staley player picked it up because, I mean, almost immediately one of the other Staley players was pointing toward their goal line. So it's going to be Staley ball here with first down with 6:15 to play here in the second quarter. And the ball will be on their own 47-yard line, 1st and 10. 3 out, 2 out wide here to the left for Staley. Another handoff into the line. And he's not quitting, plus he gets a little help from other Staley players as Marshall with the carry.
It's 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, that's Dermont Marshall. Another handoff. And looks like finally this running game that Staley has been wanting to establish is starting to take effect, as don't know if the defensive linemen are starting to get a little tired here or what, but Staley's starting to work their magic on the ground. 1st and 10, 5:37 to play. Ball on the 42. Handoff again. And man, he is just one tackle away there from busting a big play.
Marshall, the ball carrier.
Marshall was the ball carrier, and man, just a Liberty player just was able to get a hand out and tackle him right around the ankle. In fact, it was so low, it looks like it pulled his shoe off. Quarterback says, I think I'll keep this one. Man, he's going to rip off about 10. Once again, Parks, no small guy. I think he's 196. Probably not that easy to bring down once he gets a head of steam up. But a fake handoff pulled the ball out and then headed right up the middle. So first down. Staley with the first down here on the 24-yard line. We're starting to see a little dent in the Liberty defense. Screen pass out here into the flat. He's going to get around the end, and I'm not even going to show it because I had the camera too high and I was looking at the play rather than the screen, so it's my fault, folks.
Cardell Simpson.
I think the Staley regulars here are getting a little antsy about another touchdown. Handoff. Oh, Mitchell looks like he is going to break those tackles this time.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Staley going to line up, try for the extra point. 13-zip here with 4:24 in the second. And we're going to have some movement, I think, on Staley's side.
Flags on the play.
Looked like a Liberty lineman moved. Whether that drew the Staley player offsides or not, I don't know. Offsides Liberty. So they'll kick it over. Half the distance to the goal line, so they'll get a yard. There's the kick. It's up and good. Okay, that's going to be 14-0 with 4:24 to play. Here's the kickoff. Going to be caught on the 29, and he must have signaled for a fair catch because they blew the whistle just as soon as he caught it.
Hey folks, Claire Timjen won both her matches today at the Misha State Tennis Championships, 6-1, 6-0, and 6-0, 6-0. She will compete in the semifinals tomorrow. Good luck, Claire!
Liberty ball now with 4:24 to play, trailing 14-0 here in the second half. It's not do or die yet, but it certainly would be beneficial to them if they could put something together here and get down the field and put some points on the board. And it's going to be a handoff into the line. And he will be met in the
ball carried by number 20, Wintrick,
by one of the linebackers, as he did get through the line.
By Marwan Kirkwood and David Lewis.
Number 28, I think he's done most of the work here for Liberty tonight. Ryan Olivas, once again, 6 foot, 170 pounds. Back to pass. It's complete to number 8.
Pass complete to Blake Fordyce.
Blake Fordyce with the reception, and they're going to give him the first down.
Jake Newberry.
I thought there for a minute it looked like Staley had stopped him just short of the yard marker, but evidently not, as they move the chains. 3:36 to play. Quarterback hands it off. Man, they fooled me. Looks like Olivas with the carry again, number 28.
Hey, if you are a senior parent of a Staley cheerleader, please meet on the northwest corner of the track right now. If you are a parent of a senior Staley cheerleader, please meet on the northwest corner of the track right now.
Just wonder what goes through their mind. Staley with the ball. Quarterback going to drop back. He's got a receiver open. It's just whether it hit the ground or not, whether he made the reception there. They're going to say, yes, he did. So that'll be a first down. Liberty up to the line of scrimmage real quick, trying to catch Staley off guard. Passes out of the flat. It's going to be caught out there. And that'll be a first down for Liberty. They've kind of went to the pass here all of a sudden. I think 3 or 4 pass plays all in a row. It'll be a handoff this time. Nice run. Not quite a first down for number 28. Olivas.
Wintrick Williams III, the ball carrier.
Wintrick Williams III, the ball carrier. I'm sorry.
Kirkwood and David Lewis in the tackle.
Going to pass out into the flat again. Going to catch it, but he gets down one knee, touches just short of the first down.
Michael Quigley.
Quigley with the catch out there. 1:40 to go here in the second quarter. Still with the ball on about the 44-yard line.
It's 3rd down and 1.
Looks like Liberty may be bringing in their big lineup here to pick up this short first down. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to get caught. Man, oh man. You have to wonder or not whether Staley knew something was coming on that play.
Wintrick Williams, the third, met in the backfield by several Falcons.
I mean, he never even got a head of steam up to get anything going there. He kind of took a stutter step, and when he did, well, man, there was at least 2 Falcons right there to meet him and take him down. We've got a timeout here, folks. With 1:10 to go, we'll be back. 4th down and about 4.5, and Liberty's going for it here at midfield. Quarterback, and he's going to be caught and stopped. And the ball will go over on downs to Staley with 1:03 to play in the second quarter. Will they be able? Of course, the way they've been advancing the ball has been through the run. So we'll have to see whether they'll continue that or whether they will, in this last 1:03 go to the air to try and get a third score here in this second quarter. No score in the first quarter at all. And then Staley comes out with two scores, mostly doing it on the ground. Three receivers out here to the left, and they're going to throw it out into the flat to number 2. That's Taylor Dusenberry. He's a senior, 6'4", 178.
Drake Smith on the tackle. Gain to 3, 2nd and 7 on the 50.
Quarterback out into the flat on the other side. And he's going to pick up maybe 5 on that. So that's going to be 2nd and about 2.5, I'd say. And it's going to be a timeout for Staley. We'll be back, folks, here in just a little bit. Okay, Staley with 3rd down and 2 to go. It looks like quarterback's going to roll out and threw it out in the flat on the other side. It was wide open. The problem, there wasn't a receiver there to catch it. It had to be quite a mix-up there on that call, as looked like the play was there, but just not a player. Don't know how else to describe that. So they're going to go for it here with 42 seconds. Ball right on the 45-yard line of Liberty. And it's going to be a quick kick. Nobody back there, so they'll take possession of it. Looks like it's going to go down to about the 10-yard line, where Liberty will start from their own 10, 11. "32 seconds to play here in the second quarter." And looks like they're just going to take a knee and say, you know what? Let's go in and talk about this. That should be it, folks. That's going to do it here at the half for the Staley Falcon Liberty Blue Jays game. It is going to be Staley Falcons 14, Liberty Blue Jays 0. We'll be back after halftime. All right, here we go with second half play. Liberty's going to kick it off. And it'll be caught at about the 12-yard line. And still on his feet and probably out of bounds at about the 31. David Brooks with the return. So Staley will start on about their own 30-yard line, 33 maybe. Staley with the 14-0 lead here, starting the second half. Of course, these two schools probably not much more than 5-6 miles apart, just right down 152. Once again, Staley coming in with a 6-2 record. Liberty 4-4. Handoff and going to be met in the backfield. Stood up and then, man, a bevy of Liberty players there to stop the runner. Book on the tackle. And we got a Liberty player down.
We have a player down.
We'll have a medical timeout. We'll be back, folks, here in just a little while. We're back. That was Jackson White that was down on the field, but he was up and walked off under his own power there. So that's good news. Quarterback for Staley. He's going to keep it, but he is going to be tripped up there at about the 32. Dawson Parks with the carry.
Matt Henning and Michael Quigley on the tackle.
Henning and Quigley on the tackle for Liberty. Gain of about 1. Staley with one receiver split out wide to the left, 2 out here on the right side, and they're going to throw it here to the right side. I believe that was number 32, or was it 25? 25. That's Cohen Grace. Of course, he's a senior. 5'8", 162. It's going to be 4th down and 2, so I presume Staley will kick it away. And they are. They're coming out with the punt team. So we will see a kick here. Staley with their first set of downs. Going to be 4 and out. And the kicker fumbles the ball, and now he's going to get he is going to get caught back there as the snap. He couldn't handle the snap, and he ends up throwing it out of bounds. Should be an incomplete pass, I think. So Liberty is going to have a real opportunity here as they're going to get the ball. It looks like on the 24-yard line, I'm sorry. 24-yard line of the Staley Falcons. What a break for Staley. This could turn this game around because it has been close. This would be the deepest penetration that Liberty's had into the Staley territory. Handoff into the line. He's going to be met and tackled, and I believe that was number 28.
Williams, the third, the ball carrier.
Wintrick Williams, 5'11", 185-pound senior.
Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Quarterback's going to roll out to the right, looking downfield, and it's going to be overthrown as he was leading Byers, the intended receiver over there, but it was out of his reach by a good 3 to 4 feet, so no opportunity to catch that. Liberty lining up again. Looks like 2 wide receivers out to the right. They'll leave us in the backfield, but he's going to drop back to pass. And I don't know if that ball was tipped, because
Caleb Taylor had his hand on that one.
Yeah, Caleb Taylor must have reached up and blocked that, because it had a real weird trajectory. I thought, man, that can't be going anywhere. So it's going to be 4th down and 6, and we're going to have a field goal attempt. The kick will be about from and it's going to be short.
Field goal attempt by Caden Rochcott.
It was about from the 27-yard line. So Liberty, even though they get some good field position, can't take advantage of it. And it's going to be the Staley ball on the 20. We'll be back here as play resumes in just a little bit with 9:45 to play. Staley leading 14-0. All right, Staley from their own 20. Man in motion, no handoff. Quarterback's going to keep it. And he may get 4 out of that. I think they're going to give him 5. Forward progress must have been 5 yards.
Terrell Simpson and number 79, Isaiah Hall on the tackle. Gain of 5.
Simpson and Hall on the stop for Liberty. Ball on about the 25, just past the 25. Handoff. Started to run around this end, but it was closed off, so he decided to turn it upfield, and he was met there. He may lose a yard on this or so. No, they're going to give him forward progress up to the 25.
Stopped by several Blue Jays.
Staley with 3 men over on the left side, wide outs, and they add another, going to make it 4. Nobody in the backfield with quarterback. 1 receiver out right. It's going to be a screen pass out there. And I don't know, a flag on that. They're going to call that back.
Have a player down.
We're going to have another timeout, folks. Here we'll be back, and I'll get an explanation on it. But there was a flag down, probably an illegal block of some kind on Staley. We'll be back in a little bit. Hell, that was Michael Book down on the play there on that injury. Boy, Staley again with 4 men out here split to the right side, 1 to the left, nobody in the backfield. And they are going to look downfield, but it was overthrown by at least 5 yards. Intended receiver was Ramon Shelton, the senior, 5'11", 163. So that's going to bring up 4th down, and we're going to pass the kick. Liberty player back on about the 47-yard line to receive this kick. Staley kicker 2 yards or a yard deep in the end zone. Snap, kick, nice high kick. It's going to hit on about the 48 and will take a roll. Or I'm sorry, that hit on about the 43 and takes a roll down to the 47. And Liberty will take over there. Once again, 8:05 to play here in the third quarter. 14-0, Staley.
From the 45-yard line of the Falcons. I'd like to remind everybody, stick around after the game. Falcon Brigade will have a concert you do not want to miss. That's immediately following the game.
Staley with receivers 2 to this side, 1 to the other. 1 back in the backfield. I'm sorry. And they're going to hand it off. And he's going to get past the line of scrimmage, but he'll be met by a couple of linebackers.
Wintrick Williams III, the ball carrier.
Williams with the carry again. And he's going to get about, I'm going to give him 7 on that, 3 to go.
2nd down and 4.
So it'll be 2nd and 4, they're saying. Handoff again, and he'll be met behind the line of scrimmage. And
Ball carried by Wintrick Williams III.
Williams on the carry.
Nick Wright and Marwan Kirkwood on the tackles.
Wright and Kerwood on the tackle for Staley. You might say it's a fairly brisk evening out here. Got my long-handled underwear on, my sweatshirt, my hoodie from the Mavericks that is exceptionally warm. Liberty with a play out near the sideline, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up third down.
It's 4th down.
Yeah, intended for Caleb Cahill. But it's incomplete, so it will be 4th down, and looks like we will have another kick. No, they're going to go for it, but it's probably going to be a no, he's dropping back to pass, and I think he's going to get it complete. And that'll be a first down for Liberty there with 4th down and 5 to go.
Pass complete to Blake Fordyce.
Blake Fordyce with a reception on that. Nice play. He just found an open space there, and the quarterback just laid it right in there to him. Two men out wide here to the left, one to the right, one back in the backfield. Handoff. And he's going to be met in the backfield, and he's probably going to lose, I'd say, a couple of yards. So that'll probably make it 2nd and 12. No, 2nd and 11, it looks like.
Marwan Kirkwood and Caleb Taylor on the tackle.
Kirkwood and Taylor again on the tackles for Staley.
Loss of 1 in the play, 2nd down and 11.
.5:30 to play here in the third quarter. Handoff, going to hit into the line. And, man, he is met there and stopped solid. I mean,
Williams the third, the ball carrier.
Williams the carry, and once again, man, he is met and I think knocked back a yard.
Robertson on the tackle.
Quite a hit there. Well, that's going to bring up 3rd and long yardage again. So now it'll be 3rd and 12 for Liberty with the ball on the 32-yard line of Staley. Looking pass again. Now you're going to take it down and run. And he's going to be stopped with a gain of probably 2. But that's going to bring up a 4th down and probably
4th down and 11.
4th down and 11. But they're going to go for it again. And guys in the backfield looking at their wristbands, making sure they got the right play going there. Going to drop back, looking again over the middle, and it's just about intercepted. And that'll turn the ball over to Staley. And that was 52. That was Mason Keever. He's a senior, 5'8", 213 linebacker.
Mason Keever on the block.
That missed that interception there. Once again, looked like it hit him right in the hands, probably the worst place. Staley will take over in downs with 4:08 to play here in the third quarter. Handoff on the line. And he's going to break a tackle. Going to be about a 12-yard gain.
Vermont Marshall, the ball carrier.
Marshall, the carrier. 12-yard ramble. Kind of a quick hitter right in the I think he kind of went either off tackle or between the tackle and the guard.
For a Staley Falcon first down.
Ball right at the 45, a handoff, but he's not even going to make it back to the 45. Liberty smelled that one out. Marshall again on the carry. And Staley up to the line really quick, trying to catch Liberty off guard.
And Simpson on the tackle.
Taylor and Simpson on the tackle there for Liberty. And flat looks like a pass to the tight end, and he's going to get about 9 out of that. I think that's the first time they've thrown to the tight end. Number 40. That's Jared Neal. He's a junior, 6'2", 243.
Third down and 2.
Nice completion, good play. Third down and 2, ball on about the 48-yard line of Liberty. Another handoff, and he's going to be met and stopped. No gain on that. Once again, Liberty piling up the tacklers. Stopping Staley, going to be 4th down, so I think we're going to have another kick with the ball on the 47.
Ryan Olivas back deep for Liberty.
47-yard line. Olivas is going to be back to receive this kick. Good snap this time, man. A high kick. And Olivas calls for a fair catch on the 22, it looks like.
Fair catch. Again, folks, stick around at the end of the game. Doug and Brigade will be doing their tossing. Also,
1:47 to play.
Cheerleaders going to the stands.
Liberty takes over.
Money to go to nationals, the 50-50 raffle. You will win half the money, and it's a lot of money.
I figure Liberty's got to bust one big play here in this game, surely, to get somebody open. Surely some kind of a defensive mistake on Staley's part. Into the line, stopped right there at the 20. So I think that's going to be a loss of 2.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Jimmy Johns, who supplied the press box with delicious sandwiches tonight. Jimmy Johns, good food.
Going to be 2nd and 12. Ball just short of the 20-yard line. Or right on it, pretty close. Liberty with a wide out to the right. Looks like he's wanting to throw it to him, but man, he overthrew that. That must have been a go route, but
Pass intended for Fordyce.
Fordyce must not have known that that's what they were planning, because boy, the quarterback just stepped back there and heaved that thing. But it was at least 5 to 7 yards overthrown. Well, that's going to make it 3rd and 12 with 1 minute and 1 second to play here in the 3rd quarter. And we're going to have a timeout. Looks like Liberty. We'll be back when play resumes. Here we go. 3rd and 12. About a minute to go. Pass right over the middle again. Liberty has definitely found something there. And the catch, number 38. That's Drake Smith. He's 5'11", 275. Two men out One out wide right to the right, one back in the backfield, and they're going to give it to him, and he may get a couple of yards there.
Wintrick Williams, the third, the ball carrier.
That's going to be like 2nd and 8 to go,
Caleb
8.5.
Taylor and Hayden Craig on the tackle.
Taylor and Craig on the tackle again for Staley. Oh, that's going to be offsides on Staley as number 10 for Staley. Marwan Kirkwood, 6'4", 228. Steps into the line for an offsides. So that's going to make it about 2nd and 3, and that's the end of the third quarter. We're going to be changing ends. When play resumes, we will be back into the third quarter. It's going to be Staley Falcons 14, Liberty Blue Jays 0. But they got the ball, and they're moving. Okay, here we go with third quarter action. Liberty with the ball on the 41-yard line. Quarterback back to pass. Oh, here's a nice long pass, but again, overthrown by at least 5 yards. And Cale, the intended receiver, but once again, quarterback just leads him just a little too much, and we've got a flag on the play.
Really? They're paying you an hourly rate to sit here and sell cars? You wouldn't be here.
I think they are talking to Liberty, and Staley is walking back. So with a 2nd down, 1 yard to go, and an incomplete pass play, well, we're going to get a holding call against Staley. So that'll be a 1st down for Liberty. Quarterback back to pass again, looking downfield. Had a receiver there, but the receiver actually turned his head and looked away from the quarterback at about the time the pass came out of his hand. Plus it was really low. I think it either bounced on the ground or hit him in the ankles when it did get to him. So incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Ball on the 49 of Staley. Two receivers out wide to the right here. They're going to hand it off in the backfield. And he's going to get maybe 2-3 yards there. And a little pushing and shoving again at the end of that play. I think some of the Liberty players thought that he got taken down maybe a little excessively hard. Now, them linemen they're always protecting those backs, man. Looks like 3rd and 7. Ball on the 46. I don't know about them, but I know my hands are cold. Handoff into the line. And he's going to get probably 3, I'm going to say. So that should make it 4th down and about 4. I would presume Liberty is going to go for it.
Hey folks,
They're in the
we have a dealer tag D100BU, Silver GMC. You need to move your car immediately. That's your vehicle, please move it.
Liberty will go for this. Ball on the 43 of Staley. Looking to pass. And it's incomplete. It was intended for number 6. Blake Fordyce, the 6'1", 170-pound junior.
Silver GMC, dealer tag D100BU.
So Staley will take over on their own 43-yard line, leading 14-0 here with 10:23 to play in the fourth quarter. really has been a defensive struggle between these two, because the offenses for either team have definitely not by any means overpowered either one of these defenses in any way, even though Staley has put 14 points up on the board. And there's a handoff. He's going to get through the line, twists and turns over there. Still going to be brought down. That's going to be a gain probably of 12 to 13 yards. Mitchell the carry on that.
That's good for a Falcon first down.
Staley up to the line, ready to go. Handoff again, and he's going to be nailed in the backfield. That's going to be
the ball carrier.
Mitchell.
Folks, if you need a ride home, now's a good time to call that ride. But if you're
I think that was Blake Ford. Oh, I'm sorry.
Post-game show with the Falcon Brigade.
That was Mitchell with the carry once again, a senior, 5'9", 203.
And then they're not drive themselves? No, I drive.
Second down, loss of about 2.5 on that.
My dad calls Chris and he's like, "Can we turn on the car?"
Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to get maybe 2 yards back up to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be third down and 10.
Greg Smith on the tackle. Third down and 10.
Staley seems to be pretty content again with just doing this running game here. Just control the clock as we're down to 8:55 already. As I say that, here's a quick pass that I think is complete. Shelton with the reception.
It's fourth down.
It's going to be fourth down and a big 6, I would say. And Staley's going for it. I guess they figured if they punted, they probably might put it in the end zone and just come out to the 20 anyway. So why not give it a shot here and rely on the defense? Got 2 receivers out here to the left side, one to the right. We got a back right in there behind the quarterback. And now the back, well, everybody peels back now. They're gonna punt.
False start against the Falcons.
False start against the Falcons. I did not see a flag. I think they just brought the punt kicking team out. That's all they did, from what I can tell. I didn't see no false start. You'll be kicking from the 40-yard line. Good snap. You're going to get it away. High kick. And it will go out of bounds at about
hey, folks, just when you thought the night couldn't get any better. $1 hot dogs, pretzels, and nachos.
37.
Get yourself a hot dog, pretzel, or a nacho for only $1.
Must have got that off the side of his foot as it goes out of bounds over there at the 37-yard line. I thought it was a longer kick than that. But he must have shanked it a little. So Liberty takes over on their own 33. Handoff. And a stop again. He might have gotten a half a yard on that.
Ball carried by A.J. Martina.
So it's going to be second and, I would say, 9.5.
And Mason Keever on the tackle. Gain of 1 on the play. It's second down and 9.
Clock continues to run. We're going to be down to 7:40 here. Receivers out wide. Got this pass going again, and it looks like they might make a connection this time, but the receiver drops the ball. once again, it is number 6. That was Blake Fordyce.
Blake Fordyce.
So that'll bring it back, and we're probably going to have a 3rd and
It's
9 to go.
And 9.
Play does stop the clock. The incomplete pass. Receiver split out wide to the right. 2 receivers on the left side looking to pass again. And just out of the reach of number 3, Javion Byers, a 6'2", 185 sophomore. So that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punting unit back on the field.
Liberty in punt formation.
Back on the 30-yard line for Staley is going to be Keo Grace to receive this punt. He moves up a couple of yards. Punter's on the 20-yard line, so they'll be punting it from about the 22, something like that. And it's going to take a Liberty bounce for about 4 yards. Staley will put it in play there, right about their own 27, 28, 29.
$1 a piece. Feed a family of 10. Only $10.
The concession stand selling out here. The announcer was saying, I think it was nachos, hot dogs, whatever, $1 each. Get them while they're hot. You can feed a family of 10 for $10. Okay, Staley. 3 men out to the right side, 1 back in the backfield. And
flag on the play.
We've either got some motion in the line or something on Staley, I think. Yep, going to walk off 5.
Calls false start against the Falcons.
Still 3 receivers out to the right side for Staley. 1 back in the backfield with the quarterback. Quarterback's back. He's looking down, but he's going to throw it out here to the left, and it will be incomplete. Liberty was sure that that was a pass that was caught, and then when he got hit, he dropped it, but not so, says the referee. So still Staley in a pretty big hole there. Now it's going to be 2nd down, and looks like about 14, 15 yards, they're saying. 2 out to wide to the right, wide to the left, I formation. Receiver in motion here from the left side. And it's going to be a screen pass out there, but it is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, and I can't make out that number.
Pass intended for Grace.
Intended for Grace out there, so it's no good. Now we're going to have 3rd down at 15 with 7:04 to play. Staley sideline with their cards being held up for everyone out there to see. Man in motion, handoff. He's going to get caught right there. 15.
Marshall. First down, Falcons.
That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. I think that was a 60-yard run there. And I think they said Mitchell was the ball carrier. Dermont, junior, 5'11", 177. 2 receivers out wide to the right. Ball down now on the 17-yard line. And
Senior Dawson Parks with the quarterback keeper.
Parks with the keeper out here to the right side, and he's going to get it right down, it looks like, to the 10-yard line.
Brought down by Drake Smith.
So now the ball,
second down and 4.
looks like it's on right at the 10-yard line. No, 8. No. Oh, there it is. It's on the 10. 6 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter as Staley, the deep penetration here into the Liberty side of the field. And quarterback with another keeper tries the middle of the line this time. No place to go. Well, football season, I think, is just about ready, I think, next week to go into districts. So that should be interesting to see which teams are going to get the higher positions in the seasoning. That's not right. Seasoning isn't the right word. How they be ranked, I guess is what I want to say. But an incomplete pass. And the field goal unit's going to come on here, and I think they'll probably settle for a field goal with 5:07 to play here in the fourth quarter, and already a 14-point lead, and a defense that seems to be pretty stout. And they're going to line up for the field goal. Get the snap, and it's good. And that looked like it was from the 17-yard line, so that's about a 28-yard field goal with 5:03. Now it's 17-0 Staley. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a little while. Here's the kickoff from Staley, and it's kind of a short kick. Going to be reception on the 20-yard line. And he's going to get it back to the 30, about a 10-yard return, and then we have a flag on the play. And I don't know if it's on Liberty.
There's a flag on the field.
See who this is against. I could see some shoving and stuff going on there after the play. Staley coach over here keeps pointing, and it's a personal foul on Staley. Looked like
calls personal foul against the Blue Jays.
Looked like some words were said there by a Liberty player, and I think that might have been the infraction. Of course, he was.
Baseball fans, it's 3-1 Astros in the bottom of the 5th, and the crowd goes crazy.
Just under 5 minutes here now to play in the fourth quarter. Quarterback going to drop back, miss tackle, going to set up, plant his feet and throw, and it's just about caught. As the intended receiver, I mean, as soon as that ball was close, got whacked there by about 3 Staley players. It took them about 5 seconds for that play. Clock stopped right now at 4:48. Staley leading 17-0 over Liberty. 3 receivers out to the left. Quarterback rolling that way, looking, throwing, and a reception, and it's caught. And that'll be good for at least, I'd say, 8 yards there. Going to be just short of the first down. Handoff into the line, and I don't think he's going to make that. It's going to come up short. It's still going to be a couple of feet, if not a yard, short. And they're going to call it a first down.
Hey, folks, if you're involved in the 50-50 raffle, get your ticket out. You are going to win $474.50. That is a lot of hot dogs, nachos, and pretzels.
So first down for Liberty. Another long pass down the other sideline. And I think it's going to be knocked away.
Out for the 50-50 raffle, the winning number 713101. That number is 713101. You won $474.50. Go down to the track and get your money.
That was intended for, I think that's number 6.
You'll be provided with a
Blake Fordyce. Yeah, I think that was Blake Fordyce, the intended receiver, but Staley had 2 defensive backs right there on him all the way down the sideline. We're 2nd and 10, and there's a fumble, but Liberty player is going to be on top of that, and it looks like number 78.
Jackson Corf in trouble in the backfield.
That was Matthew Lawson, 6'2", 255. Lineman jumping on that ball as the quarterback had got caught behind the line, and a couple of Staley players kind of hanging on him, and all of a sudden the ball comes out. But the lineman there had enough sense to be right on top of it. So now we've got 3rd and 14, 3:03 to play. And that ball's going to be blocked, that pass. And I think that's number
Caleb Taylor.
53, Caleb Taylor. 6'4", 254 senior. Got his arm up there and blocked that pass. So we're going to have a punt here by Liberty. Staley receiver back on the 55, or I'm sorry, 40, their own 45-yard line. Kicker, he's going to be on his 12-yard line. There's a snap, kick, it's away, fair catch. And the Staley player was able to get right back on it. So we've got 2:50 to go in this game. And here, even into this 4th quarter, it still has pretty much been a defensive battle between these two. Staley able to eke out, shall we say, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. But the rest of it has just been back and forth, back and forth. Kind of a ball control, field position, whatever. Going to be a handoff into the line. And I think he's going to carry this all the way. And he does. I think that is number 27, I think.
Touchdown, Falcons.
I don't know. I thought it was 27, but they don't have a 27. Was it McLeod? Fabian McLeod, 11'5", 146. Must be a speedster. Got that thing outside and went right down that sideline with it. Now that's the kind of play I thought was probably going to bust this game open, but still they pull it out of the hat here in the last few minutes. And now it's going to be 23 zip. And make it no good. 23-0.
No good. Scoring update.
So here, 2:40 here.
Minnetonka Griffins 48, St. Joe Central 14.
And he just announced that Minnetonka beat St. Joe Central 43-0. But right here now, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the fourth quarter, Staley leads 23-0. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a little bit. Here we go with the kickoff, and once again, it's kind of a short kick. It's going to be fielded there on about the 12-yard line. And he's going to get back up to about the 28 or 30. Dennis with the return.
Brought down by Trevor Dusenberry.
And that was Trevor Dusenberry with the tackle. I mean, he stood him right up and stopped him solid.
Keegan Cooley. Brought down by Keegan Cooley.
Check that. Keegan Cooley with the tackle. Still 2:34 to play. But I'm kind of in doubt that Liberty's going to be able to score 23 points in 2 minutes and 34 seconds. But I'm sure they'll come out and give it their all here. Like I say, schools here only 5 or 6 yards, 6 miles apart. Quarterback back trying for a pass, looking downfield. And it was intercepted, but it's going to be out of bounds.
Pass intended for number 3, Javion Byers.
Byers, the intended receiver. But overthrown just a little bit and out of bounds. Once again, good coverage by Staley. They had two defensive backs back there. Second and 10. Handoff, nice big hole. And boy, does it close up fast. He's only going to get about 4 yards out of that. Williams with the carry.
Brought down by Miles Howard.
Third and 6. 2 minutes to play. Minute and 59. Quarterback's looking once again over the middle. Intended for number 10.
Pass intended for Caden Dennis.
Caden Dennis, 6'3", 170 sophomore. Looked like he went off the line about 5 yards and was crossing over the middle, but unable to get his hands on the ball. All Staley should have to do here after this punt is just take a knee 3 times and run this clock out. They may have to get 1 first down. Of course, the important thing first is to field this kick cleanly. Nice high kick. Fair catch. They're on about the 35-yard line. And then they're going to put it on the 34-yard line. So Staley takes over with 1 minute and 39 to go here in this 152 showdown is what we'll call this.
Okay, again, we need the winner for the 50-50 raffle. The number is 713101. 713101.
Staley with, pretty sure they'll keep it on the ground. All they want to do is run this clock out. This looks like the play we had a while ago. And it's out of bounds. And again, I think that was number 22. I think that's who scored that touchdown a while ago. Fabian McLeod again, 5'9", 146. Like I say, he must be faster than Grease Lightning. And that's good for a first down. They never have started the clock. I don't know why. I thought as soon as they moved the chains, they would start the first down. Hand off into the line again to McLeod, but he's going to get stopped. And of course that does get the clock going. So letting the play clock go down as low as they can. Going to be under a minute there right now. It's going to be 59 seconds to play. Staley letting it run down. Everybody in fairly tight. You can tell this is probably going to be a running play here. And the quarterback's going to keep it.
Jim Fowler, quarterback keeper.
And that's it. They don't have to run another play as there's 32 seconds on there and only 27 seconds on the game clock. So that's going to do it. And it looks like the Staley Falcons are going to win here tonight over the Liberty Blue Jays 23-0 here at the North Kansas City Sports Complex at Staley High School. Folks, I hope you've enjoyed this here game of the week here from Grandpa's Sports Videos. Might keep in touch with us now that the racing season's over. I'll probably be doing some more football. So thank you for watching. Tell a friend about it. We can use all the viewers we can get, but I hope you enjoyed it, and good night.